Hello, we continue to learn division using long division method, and we are on page 51 of our textbooks. Number 11, take a look. We're going to do number 11. However, as always, I try to give you some work. While I do some of the work together with you, we're going to do just one box, BDF. The rest you can do yourselves. So 236 divide by 39. I'm going to do it the long division way, friends, the long division way. So we're going to write 236 divide by 39. One of the ways to think about it, as I told you in the previous lesson, is to think of 39 as a round number, 40, right? Let's ask ourselves a question. How many times 40 would go into 236? How many times 40? Well, 4 times 40 times 6 is 240. We don't have 240. So let's try by the 5. 40 times 5 is 200. Okay, we can try it that way. So let's do number 11, yeah. Let's do 5 times. 39 times 5. Well, 30 times 5 is 150. 9 times 5 is 40. We have 190, right? 30 times 5, 150. 9 times 5 is 45. I knew something was going wrong with my writing. So 150 plus 45, 195. Let's find the remainder. 6 minus 5 is 1. 13 minus 9 is 4. My friends, our remainder, take a look. Our remainder is larger. Therefore, we can fit 39 one more time into 236, and therefore it's a good thing I have an eraser. It's a very good thing. So I'm just going to step back. This particular estimation happens quite often. Let's go. 39 times 6. 30 times 6 is 180. 9 times 6 is 54. So it is 234. 234, yes, 234. And voila, our remainder is only 2. And take a look. Our remainder is much smaller than 39, which means we got it correctly. Let's write down the answer. 6, remainder 2. Next example, D. So this was our B. Next example, D. D for doggy. 572 divided by 64. Let's think of 64 as 60. Let's round it to 60. How many times 60 goes into 572? Well, 6 times 8 is 48. Let's write down. 60 times 8 is 480, right? 60 times 9 is 540. It looks like 9 would be the right answer, but we don't have 60, we have 64. So let's stay with 8. There's a lot of estimation happens here, my friends, a lot of estimation. 60 times 8 is 480. 4 times 8 is 32. So we have 512. Let's calculate remainder. And the remainder is 60. Do we have a remainder that's smaller than a divisor? Yes. It is 8, remainder 60. Let's write it down. 8, remainder 60. And finally, F. Example F. 640 divided by 93. Again, friends, it's quite okay to think of 93 as 90 for a first estimate. So let's think of it. How many times 90 can go into 640? Or how many times 9 can go into 64? Well, 90 times 6 is 540. 90 times 7 is 630. You want to try 7? Let's try 7. Let's see how it works out. Let's try 7 times. 90 times 7 is 630. 3 times 7 is 21. 651. Uh-oh, we don't have 651. We only can divide 640. Therefore, we must reduce the number of times. We must go back. This is normal, my friends. This type of estimation is normal. Normal, sometimes you get it right. Sometimes you have to try different things. So 93, let's try 6 times. So 90 times 6 is 540. 3 times 6 is 18. We have 558. And the remainder is, we have 2. And 13 minus 5 is 8, right? 8, yes. 82 is our remainder. Let's check. Is our remainder smaller than 93? Yes, we got a smaller remainder. So 93 goes into 640 6 times with the remainder of 82, which is perfectly okay. My friends, let's move forward. Oh, let's go to the bottom of page 51. Let's solve C. Let's solve C and D. I'm on page 51. C and D. I like C and D. Let's go. 47. 703 divided by 47. Well, let's first, does 47 go into 7? Of course not. But 47 goes into 70. How many times? Clearly only one time. We write 1 over the number we divided. So 1 times 47 is 47. Let's find the remainder. 70 minus 47 is 23. Of course, we can bring the next digit, 233. We are going back to division. How many times 47 can go into 233? Well, 50, right? We can think of 47. It's about 50. It's close to 50. 50 goes into 200 4 times. Let's stay with that. 4. 47 times 4. 40 times 4 is 160. 7 times 4 is 28. 160 and 28. No. 160 and 28. Let me just do it. 47 times 4. So 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 4 is 16 or 160. So 188. 188. What do I have? Do I have a big remainder? 33 plus 12. Oh, what did I get? Let's see. 233 minus 18. 13 minus 8 is 5. 12 minus 8 is 4. Yes. Let's go. This is going to be 12. This is going to be 13. 13 minus 8 is 5. 12 minus 8 is 4. Yeah, we're good. Remainder of 45. Take a look. Is our remainder smaller than 47? Yes. So the number 703 divided by 47 is 14. Remainder, let me put the remainder here. Remainder 45. Next example. 612 divided by 15. Well, 15 does not go into 6. Let's grab the next digit. 15 goes into 61. We know it's an easy fact, we remember, is 4 times. 15 times 4 is 60. Remainder is 1. Let's bring down the next digit. Does 15 go into 12? No. We got to put down 0. Don't forget, my friends, 0. Don't forget 0. And 15 times 0, of course, is 0. And the remainder is 12. Let's check. Is our remainder, is it smaller than divisor? Yes. we solved the problem correctly. 40 remainder 12 is our answer. I am rolling over to page 52. At the top of the page, we have number 14, where again they ask us to divide. Again, I'm only going to solve one box on the right, BDF. That's my favorite. Yeah, I don't like how it came out. Cheek, 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 cheek. Beautiful, beautiful box. So let's go. 660 divided by 29. I'm going to do it long division way. Long division way. Let me make some space right here. 660. No, that's a little too much to the side. I need some space. 660 divide by 29. Well, it's always a good idea to think of 29 as 30 to do your first estimation, but this example is quite easy. 29 goes into 66. How many times? It goes into 66 2 times. 29 times 2, well, 30 times 2 is 60. 29 times 2 is 58. And the remainder is 2 plus 6, 8. Let's bring down the next digit, 80. 29 goes into 80. Well, it goes into 80 also 2 times. 2 times 29 times 2 is still 58. We just did it. And therefore, the remainder is 22. The remainder is 22. 22. Is that smaller than our divisor? Yes, it is smaller than our divisor. Therefore, we solved the problem correctly so far. 22 and remainder 22. Next question. 399 divided by 31. Let's write it on the bottom. 391 divided by 31. It's also useful to think of 31 as 30 to do our first estimation. Well, we don't even have to. It's quite easy. 31 does not go into 1. It goes into 39. One time. 1 times 31 is 31. And the difference is 7. Let's bring down the next digit, 71. How many times 31 goes into 71? Also quite simple math. Goes 2 times. 62. And 71 minus 62, the remainder is 9. The remainder is 9. Remainder is 9. Is our remainder smaller than divisor? Yes, it is. It is smaller than divisor. Let's write our answer. 399 divided by 31. It is 12. And remainder, 9. And finally, third example. 374 divided by 18. 374, let's find 374 divide by 18. It's a good idea to think of 18 as 20 if necessary, but in this example, we can just ask ourselves, 18 doesn't go into 3, but 18 goes into 37. How many times? 2 times. 18 times 2 is 36. That's easy. So far, easy. Remainder 1. We bring down the next digit. Does 18 go into 14? No. Do not forget to place 0. 18 does not go into 14. 18 times 0 is 0. And the remainder is 14. Let's check. Is our remainder smaller than divisor? Yes. Remainder 14 is good for us. And the answer is 20 with the remainder of 14. Very, very good. My friends, I'm scrolling all the way to page 53. Additional examples. My highlighter. I like my highlighter. Additional examples. 16 divide. 16 divide. As always, I'm only going to do BDF. And you are responsible for the rest of these solutions. Beautiful box, love it. So let's go. I'm going to start with B. I'm going to use this white space. 2,409 divided by 18. All right, 18 does not go into 2, but it goes into 24 one time. 18, let's find the remainder. It is 6, bring down the 0. Does 18 go into 60? Yes, but how many times? How many times? 4? No, 3. Let's try 3. Only 3. Let's try 3. 3 times 18. It's 30 plus 24. 54. Yes, we knew 54. I should know that. And the remainder is 6. And we bring the 9. Does 18 go into 69? Yes, probably also 3 times. 54, right? 3 times. So 18 times 3 is again 54. And the remainder is 9 minus 4 is 5. Remainder is 15, which is okay because do we have a smaller remainder than divisor? Yes, we have a smaller remainder 15, and the quotient is 133. Remainder 15. 133 remainder for 15. Friends, I have to erase this beautiful work because I'm running out of white space. I can, of course, add scratch paper, but then I would have to go back and forth. So, example D, D for date. And watch how I copy. 6,008 divide by 56. Well, 56 does not go into 6, but it goes into 60. How many times? One time. 56. Let's find the remainder is 4. Bring down the digit. Does 56 go into 40? No, it doesn't. We must put a placeholder. That's our 0. And continue bringing down the next digit. Does 56 go into 408? Well, it would be beautiful if we had 50 times 8, but we don't, so it must be only 7 times. 50 times 7 is 350. 6 times 7, 42. 392. 8 minus 2, we're looking for remainders. So we have 8 and 8, 16. Notice our remainder of 16 is again smaller than our divisor. That means we've divided correctly. Let's put down remainder of 16, and the quotient is 107. Oh, how beautiful. I love the combination of blue and orange, my favorite. Unfortunately, I have to erase this gorgeous work. Unfortunately. And final example of the day. Let's divide F. F for Freddy. I love F. 9,864 divided by 29. We can, of course, think of 29 as 30, but here I think we'll have an easier job. 29 goes into 98. How many times? Well, 30 goes into 93 times. So let's go with 3. 30 times 3 is 90, minus 3, 87. Remainder is 11. Perfect. Let's bring down a 6. 29 goes into 116. Oh, I think it's still 3 times. It's still going to be 87. Let's go. 87, 13 and 16. Oh, 29. Oh, whoa, we cannot have a remainder of 29. That means we could have taken one more time. Roll back, roll back, roll back. Let's take 29 goes into 116 4 times. Let's go. 9 times 4 is 36. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 30. 116 remainder 0. How beautiful. Let me rewrite my 0. Let me rewrite my nice 0. But we're not done. We're going to divide 4. Well, 29 does not go into 4, so we must put a placeholder right there. And now 0 times 29 is 0, and the remainder is 4. Remainder is 4. Is that less than our divisor? Yes. So I'll take remainder 4. Let's write it down. Remainder 4. And the quotient is 340, my friends. 340. I hope you are getting good understanding. What I'm going to do, I'm going to solve problem number D, just because I like eggs in crates. Just because I like eggs in crates. Right here, problem. Ooh, don't jump on me. Don't. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. I just like eggs in crates. I left the division. I left the division example right here for you. So going back to my pen, let's go. Mrs. Ward bought 840 eggs. She sold them in trays of 12. I think you're familiar what trays of 12 look like. You know, in the supermarket, we buy eggs by the dozen. Egg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's your dozen. That's your 12. That's your 12 eggs. Okay? You know this. You've seen this in your refrigerators. Maybe you went shopping and bought it at the farmer's market. So, altogether, she bought 840 eggs. What did she do with those eggs? How much money did she receive? If the selling price, oh, she sold them. Oh, got it. And she sold them at $3 per dozen. Oh, how cheap. Definitely cheap. That's not the real cost nowadays. My friends, first of all together, she bought 840 eggs. Let's make a movie in our head. What did she do, Mrs. Ward, with all these eggs? She packed them into these dozen crates. Dot, 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 dot. We don't know how many she created. We just know that a dozen is 12, right? 12 eggs in each, and so on. How many crates? And of course, each of them she sold for $3. She sold them for $3. How much money did she receive? Well, how many trays did she sell? Let's find out. 840 divided into 12. Well, does 12 go into 84? I think so. But how many times 12 goes into 84? 5 times? 6 times? Let's do 8. No, 6 times. Let's do 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. 12 times 7. Oh, that's 70 plus 14, 84. How awesome. The remainder 0. Guess what? We have one more digit to divide. Does 12 go into 0? No. We must put a placeholder. And of course, everything works out beautifully. So she sold 70 crates. Okay, that's your step 1. Step 2, each crate, 70 times $3. She made $210. She received $210 from all her sales. I hope you find this word problem useful. I hope you're getting a hang of the long division algorithm for 2-digit divisors with remainders or without. As you can see in our word problems, 70 crates was a beautiful round number, no remainder. But in your exercises, you will see many remainders. Always make sure you check your remainders. They all must be smaller than your divisors.